Tell me about the flies and spiders.
The most important thing when adapting The Hobbit to me was making sure to advertise a toy of the Hydra that appears in The Hobbit, but then canceling that toy to ruin Will Cope's hopes and dreams. And we really wanted to stay faithful to the book in that regard.
Jesus Christ.
TV, you are a salty bitch today.
He's incredibly salty. Oh, so here's our new gameplay feature. We have the ring now, so we can go invisible. But after a while it wears out because it gets tired or something, I guess. It just gets tired of Bilbo's shit and just falls off his hand for no reason.
What? It literally falls off?
That's what the text says, but it just kind of pops off. Like it jumps back into his pocket because it's done.
Listen, I've put up with the Hobbit bullshit for God knows how long already. I can't put up with it for much longer.
So, being invisible doesn't mean jack or shit if they can hear you. Which is absolute crap. I don't know how the plant sees or hears me.
So, Peter Jackson, where from the Silmarillion did you get the spitting plants from?
Well, you see, the hobbits are gardeners, so there you go.
So they just came into Mirkwood and planted them for shits.
Obviously, plants exist in Middle-earth, and so it doesn't take a large leap of logic to say some of them are animate and spit gobs of acid at people for no reason.
I mean, there is the Ents. So
yeah, isn't an
ecologically
ant just
speaking,
a flower that spits acid?
Ecologically speaking, that makes sense to have some smaller animate plants as well as the big ones.
Yeah.
Just like what I did with Skull Island.
Fuck off.
We had to flush out the entire ecosystem of the Mirkwood, so it'd feel authentic to Tolkien's vision.
This is Dory's helmet. I do hope he's
Also,
all right.
that is the smallest fucking helmet I've ever seen in my life for a dwarf. I don't think that would fit anybody. Also, the red around me means that they can, they've detected me, but they don't know where I am because I'm invisible. It's not terribly helpful.
This invisibility seems very lame.
It's a little shit. And they like to give you lots of stealth missions now that you have an excuse to have them.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
Stealth missions in old games, always fun.
Also, you're gonna see me cut a web and then run the fuck away a lot because this happens.
I love that internet meme of like a person gets a mission in a video game and says stealth is optional for this mission, and it next shows the player character holding like a fucking bazooka. No one wants to do a stealth mission.
Nobody wants stealth missions.
Except for the Metal Gear Solid games.
Well, yeah, but they do them correctly.
Ish.
Are there non-stealth missions in Metal Gear Solid?
Also,
Yeah.
I thought it was all about. I thought it was all about being in a cardboard
Solid
box.
Rising Revengeance,
It's
where the
the-
first mission has you cut a Metal Gear, fight a fucking Metal Gear with a katana and win.
See, I was under the assumption that the Metal Gear Solid series was about you being a trash man who lives in a cardboard box and sneaks around everywhere in that cardboard box to steal like hot dogs and other snacks when people aren't looking.
Also undead because necromancer, I guess.
Yeah, the Barrow White sequence we had to cut out of Fellowship of the Ring, so I thought, why not put it in The Hobbit? Now, I really think it's true to J.R. Tolkien's Village Vision.
Damn it. You're very good at emulating exactly why he pisses me off. Like a little too well. God.
Saying is sleep lightly tonight.
A rotten tree.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah.
Gas is gonna be too angry to sleep tonight.
Oh. Don't worry, I go to sleep anyway. It just fuels my rage-filled dreams. 'Cause, 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 go. Notice the giant rotting log and knock it down with your tiny rock.
Yeah, I think it was hanging by a thread, apparently.
The spiders webbed it up there for some fucking reason. I don't know why. They just didn't like this particular log.
They have an artistic vision, damn it.
And I ruined it. Good going, Bilbo.
Well, you see, I emphasize with the spiders because they have shared my artistic vision, says Peter Jackson.
Well, to be fair, Peter Jackson is horribly arachnophobic.
Is that true, or are you being just a shit?
That is absolutely
Son of
true.
a bitch.
That's the reason why he has so many giant creepy crawlies in his movies, because he's like, I know it scares me, I'm gonna make it scare other people.
Fair enough.
I actually can't complain about that there.
Yeah,
That's why I made a SOG.
right, what you know.
There we go. I didn't need to vault over there, I just thought I did because I'm an idiot.
So I have a literal phobia of flying, stinging insects.
So many Charmanders, yet not enough.
So TT needs to design itself as a dragon with a Charmander plush horde.
Horde of Charmanders.
That would be the best horde.
Just sleeps on them.
Ugh, I almost overshot that.
Rolls over in his sleep, and it's nothing but a chorus of Charmander!
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 Hundreds of shrill voices screaming into the night.
Oh, Scooter. There's only one Scooter.
There is only one Scooter.
Just like there's only one Fluffy, and he's very worn out. I gotta give the other 4 plush Charmanders names. Soon to be 6 because Zach is a crazy person.
It's the best kind of crazy person, though.
Means yeah, 7 Charmander plushes in total, yeah. Right? Do my math right? Yeah.
Can I get up here? I can't get up here. Stop trying! You can't do it!
No, you can. We believe in you, Bilbo. Now, we had Bilbo spend a solid minute trying and failing to climb up a tree, because Warner Brothers wanted us to do 11 more Hobbit movies, and we needed to fill time.
I can't get back up there. Stop trying.
The thing about that, TT, is he's being honest.
I figured if we just used all the B-roll, we could meet the quota.
I'm being an idiot here. I think I just fucking give up because I don't care that much.
I never yelled cut on the set of the Hobbit movies. We just filmed everything and tried to make all of it as usable as possible. I figured so long as there weren't any obvious moments where you could see the technology in the shot or like vulgar swearing, we could use the footage.
And even if there was technology in shot, we just CGI it out because our budget is insane.
You know, if you just put dramatic footage of the actors waiting for the next scene to start, you know, just put some dramatic music in the background, it's a scene.
Is that a lock-picking minigame?
Yes, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it. It can go die in a fire.
That's the stupidest looking lock-picking minigame.
Isn't it?
Okay, every time you try, it gives you a random mini game, and it doesn't even have this. It doesn't even save the same sequence per chest. If you retry that same chest, it randomizes it again,
Yep.
and you can have up to 8 tiny mini games.
Still a better mechanic than those in Yick.
Yick.
That's no reference.
Oh.
The post-modern RBG. God damn it, TT, why got my words in these?
The internet will know what I'm talking about.
I don't, and I'm kind of glad, apparently.
It's so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I saw one video of a fight scene from that game, and like every time you're trying to use a move, there's like 3 different horrible grading mini games you have to play to try and make it work.
Ugh.
Wow.
That is a game where you look at it and you begin to think, oh my god, was Gamergate right?
Hello.
Why did you make me think of this? You
You don't look like
Imagine-
an elf or goblin.
life game.
Imagine,
huntsman from Lake
Imagine
Town.
if that lock-picking minigame, you
Bilbo
had to
back at
play it
the Hobbit
correctly
of the
every
Shire,
time Bilbo swung
and
a
I'm looking for
sword.
my friends.
Oh God, no!
13 dwarves run through here.
Jesus.
No. But I did see the spiders carry about a dozen.
So this guy just
bundles
kind of
spiders
sat
through
here
that
and
web.
watched the spiders
My
haul the
friends,
dwarves.
Corwin.
was lucky.
Corwin.
Spiders killed every
Is
man
his
in
name
my
Jeff?
camp,
Sure.
including my brother.
I am
I
sorry.
had a friend in college named
You
Corwin.
would burn through those webs if you had some oil. You will find
Don't
some of
sound
the
happy.
best to the north.
About
That's
that.
all that's all that story is.
To be fair, he was kind of in the middle of fighting other spiders when they rolled on by with the dwarf.
That is
Also,
fair.
yeah, just fuck those dwarves in particular.
Also, his friends must be the worst archers in the world because they kept missing.
I mean, I'm a map-loving fat hobbit from Dale, from the Shire, and I'm doing pretty good, all right. What'd you guys do to fuck up?
Oh God,
Awesome.
look at the field full of fucking assholes over here.
Can someone care to explain the barrel lights for me?
No.
So a barrel light, right? It's like when a dead person swallows a barrel, they get really round. And that's a barrel light.
God damn it. Barrow whites are, they're basically just cursed humans that come back to life because of Nazgul's shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
And the only ones we know of are, like, buried in the forest beyond the Shire a little bit.
Yeah, there's a very creepy sequence in Lord of the Rings that sadly did get cut from every adaptation, where, you know, it's kind of like it suddenly becomes Night of the Living Dead as the hobbits are trying to make their way through.
Yeah, it's after they leave Tom Bombadil's house. He tells them specifically what to do and what not to do, but they do the thing that they're not supposed to.
That is one of a couple of scenes that actually does make me hungry for like a TV series adaptation of Lord of the Rings. Because I can understand why you couldn't fit that into a film adaptation, but I think if you had like one season for each of the 3 books, you could have one really great fucking episode. Maybe you air it around Halloween with the fucking barrel whites in it.
Yeah, the Barrow White sequence is pretty good. That Frodo wakes up, he's the only one that wakes up, otherwise the other ones are in enchanted sleep. And they're inside of a grave, basically, covered in treasure. They've been stripped of all their possessions, and they have just like lacy nightgown-ish type things on, basically a shroud. And the other 3 hobbits have a sword across their necks. Frodo wakes up and sees this, and it's the first instance of him really being tempted by the ring to just put it on and leave them there. And he doesn't do it. Instead, what he does is he sees this moving, ghostly hand about to grab the handle of the sword and cut his friend's necks, cut their heads off, and he says, "Fuck that," grabs a knife and cuts the goddamn thing's hand off. So he shanks a ghost, basically. And then he
Also-
calls literal God to help them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tom Bombadil gives them a little rhyme to call for his help. And he's like Jesus or God or whatever the fuck he is. So Frodo, like, sings that in a grave, and Tom Bombadil, like, kind of shows up and helps them after that. But if he didn't believe that Tom Bombadil was going to come and help them, the rhyme was, you know, kind of implied to not going to work. So it was a faith-based thing. It was a really interesting little sequence. And also
Now-
it's where they got their magic daggers that actually, you know, could hurt undead things. You know, which was important later on in the other books.
Yeah. Now, when I went to the Tolkien estate, I asked Christopher if his father had watched Little Shop of Horrors and enjoyed it. Christopher said, "That's a very random question, and no, he hadn't seen it. And I said, "Do you think he would have?" And Christopher said, "I don't. Why are you asking me about an '80s musical?" And the point is, I thought it was true to the spirit of J.R.R. Tolkien if I just had a whole bunch of Audrey 2s and Mirkwood, and they spat balls of acid at Bilbo Baggins. You know, I feel it's truer to the spirit of the text than the movie would be without.
I just every time you do that, it's a thing he could have said, and it makes me so mad. Oh my fucking god. Also, I fucked up the jump sequence because I'm stupid.
Also, you were mentioning something about the Lord of the Rings series. Amazon says maybe.
Yeah, but somebody's the Jacksonite version.
I would really love to see like a faithful to the text adaptation of the books.
That would be pretty good.
Okay, if they series the Jacksonized thing, like paste it well, I think it could be kind of decent.
Like a lot of we give Peter Jackson shit because the Hobbit movies are bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
But,
The Lord of the Rings movies are fine.
Yeah.
They have some issues.
Yeah.
Pacing mostly.
Like the flaws in the Hobbit movies didn't come out of nowhere. You can see them foreshadowed in Lord of the Rings, just as you can see like the flaws in the prequel trilogy foreshadowed in some minor, less noticeable flaws in the original Star Wars. But like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies, they're about as good as a film adaptation of that series could get. Given the time restraints of film and the nature of how like movie series work, you're not going to get much better than what Peter Jackson did for Lord of the Rings. But with a TV series where you have multiple episodes where you can tell a longer form story, I think you could get something closer to the structure of the books.
I agree.
Yeah. And it wouldn't end up in a Game of Thrones situation because they don't have all of the books ready for them to adapt.
Unless they try to tackle the Silmarillion, they're fine.
Well, if they try to tackle the Silmarillion, they're just stupid.
Yeah.
They're kind of fucked if they want that because the Tolkien estate has been very, very strict orders on not touching the prequel shit.
Anyways, my main problems with the Lord of the Rings is pacing, which you could easily work out in a series. A lot better than you could in a movie.
Oh yeah. All of the issues I had with the Lord of the Rings movies would be solved that way.
Well, like if you read the books, you can actually pretty clearly see how you could split this into episodes. You could really do like each chapter is an episode. There's enough meat there.
Yeah.
These
Because he
spiders
packed a
ruin
crap ton in each
everything they
chapter.
touch.
And you could usually just do the scenery porn as visual scenery porn instead of word scenery porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a 2-second pan shot, we're done. Let's go. I don't need an entire 3 minutes to admire the beautiful New Zealand architecture. Oh yes,
I
it
do.
is. It is amazing. Okay. Okay.
No,
Well,
no,
yes,
the
it is.
opening title sequence is just them doing scenery porn of New Zealand.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That would work, yes. I would appreciate that.
Opening and ending sequence do that.
And specifically the reason the New Zealand they're filming. They're
I'm
changing
thinking of an
episode.
opening title sequence that is scenes from the story, but done in a 2D animated style that evokes medieval drawings.
Oh, so the previous on.
So like the one tableau tapestry.
That would
Like,
work.
get some fucking Book of Kells stuff that, like, you know, recaps big moments in Lord of the Rings. Maybe stuff from the backstory, like the battle with Sauron.
Book of Kells was a fun yet kind of depressing movie.
Yes. I love Aisling's song. That's so great.
It is. It has really good music.
Are you tired of this lockpicking minigame yet?
I was tired of it the moment I first saw it. I don't know how you're
Turn
still
those thick
alive.
webs.
Oh, I'm not. I perished after doing this game. I come
I
back
did-
from the dead.
If I had to physically do this mini game more than twice, I think I'd off myself.
So wait, if you're stopped by a ring wraith, do you become another ring wraith or a barrow wight?
You become a wraith.
You become something closer to a barrow wight than a ring wraith.
Yep.
It's like a barrow wight on steroids.
A ring wraith is specific to the 9 people that had the rings that Sauron corrupted. So you would not become a ring wraith, you would just become like a wraith type
They
thing.
just call it a wraith.
There's a certain level of autonomy to the Nazgul that lesser undead don't have in Lord of the Rings.
Though some wraiths actually do gain a semblance of personality and will. It's rare, but it does happen.
But they don't do things as complicated as like ruling from a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just saying in the game that TT's going with D&D, don't get stabbed by a ring wraith. Maybe.
I mean, it'll be fun to break out some corruption rules.
Considering that we skipped out on that Unconquered Worm, it might be fun.
We
I
skipped
just think
out
it's-
on most
I
things
think
on
one of the
Conquered
interesting
Worm.
things will be like, who gets the ring?
Well, Hobbit, obviously.
No, it's not obvious. It's a D&D
Yeah.
session, you can fuck
Again,
up whatever.
this is going off the rails. Who gets the ring?
I know, I'm just saying, that's the obvious default answer.
And there's only one Hobbit, and that's me, and I don't know if you'd want my
What
Hobbit to have it.
What happens? What happens if our fucking warlock gets the ring?
I think we wouldn't
you,
do
that's
that, because we've all noticed that humans are corruptible as shit.
Yeah, but I'm British.
But remember, in the Hobbit, no one knew that was the One Ring. Gandalf suspected it might be important, but he didn't know it was the One Ring until he did some research.
Yep. He just thought it was like a minor magical ring that just turned people invisible, because those
You know,
existed.
As he says in Fellowship, there are many magic rings in this world, and none of them should be taken. And when he does some research and you know, he has to do the test in the fire to make sure, what he does, he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, because a normal
Someone must
magical
have lost
ring
this.
would have just melted
I'd better
a little
keep
bit,
it safe.
so... He's like,
That certainly wouldn't have shown the letters of the dark speech on it.
exactly.
Or be cool. Cool to the touch when you pull it out.
Mm-hmm. There was, you could really fuck up the story there, TT, and just throw us a mundane magical ring.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the thing. Will it be the ring that you get? Like, how far off the rails will we be by that point?
Did Gollum spend his entire life obsessing over a ring of slightly hunger reducement?
It just made him want to eat raw fish.
Exactly.
Ring of cave dwelling? Makes you real good at living in caves.
Not so good at socializing.
After 100 years, he just kind of devolved.
All clothing turns into a patchwork diaper.
The instant you put it on. Doesn't matter how new it is or how old it is, it just turns into that immediately.
Someone forces Gollum to wear a suit, and then watches as the suit unravels and, like, turns into rags on his skin before wrapping around his crotch in a weird diaper.
Okay.
Gollum told you!
Let's make.
God.
I say,
Also,
Owen,
riddle
I
for
found this
Gollum.
ring in the
What
other
is the
camp.
capital of
Is
this
this
area?
yours?
My brother's ring. It's been in our family for generations. Thank you, gentle Hobbit,
No,
for
you don't
finding
have
this
to
keepsake.
bring this ring back to Corwin, but you get a shit ton of the experience for it. And it's nice of you to do.
Imagine if you accidentally passed him the one ring and kept his ring.
You'd be fucked.
Fuck.
Put the can of oil in there,
Half an hour of it.
Then Corwin became the Dread Lord of Middle-earth.
Dread
half
Lord
an hour, he
Corwin.
was corrupted.
Good luck finding your
Because
friend.
that's how the One Ring is.
He even looks like Jeff Corwin.
Good luck finding your friends. I'm not gonna help you or nothing. Bye.
Jackass.
Not gonna save your life later in the
So I had
game.
another idea for my warlock. Instead of Aslan patron, it's Father Christmas Hexblade because she stole the fucking sword from his
Glory's
bat
cape. I must
the
be on the
sleigh
right
after he
track.
pulled the ladies aren't for fighting bullshit.
That does allow me to do a fun Santa voice.
Aslan sent me to help you.
Bitches belong in the kitchen.
Oh, holy shit! TT, God!
What's that called?
Santa's a misogynist.
Fuck!
Okay, what's this sword? What's this sword called? What's this called? Oh, it's not for a lady. It's called. What this is called? Kidney Stone, the Groin Smasher.
Also-
What stop you? Oh God!
Little glitch there that just happened. He got stuck in his animation for being hurt and was running around, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just shanks Father Christmas and takes the sword.
Again, I
Fuck
have to
you,
ask,
asshole.
does that mean the sword, yeah. Father Christmas is stuck in the sword now?
I don't know.
Oh my
Hexblade,
god.
I'm still feeling things out.
Oh my
Something's
god.
in that sword.
Please do that.
It's a hexblade. Something's in the sword.
Please trap Santa in your sword.
This is eternal misery. Oh.
Good, you ass.
Oh.
Please let Santa out. Santa will be good.
Oh my fucking god. You gonna tell me to stop fighting because I'm a girl?
Yes.
Alright. But the instant you be an asshole, you're going back in.
He pops out the second he goes, make me a sandwich. I'm hungry.
Oh. He says pointedly.
Back
No,
in
she
you
lets
go.
him. No, she lets him out as a meat show when a ring race shows up.
Oh, he's stabbing Santa in his jiggly tummy. Oh.
Fucking Father Christmas. You're fine. I think if anyone could resist a goddamn ring wraith, it's Santa Claus.
Oh, fuck.
This character gets stupider and stupider. I don't know which stupid direction to stick with.
Down. There's always another level. Oh, joy, one dead.
Yeah, but there's many ways down. Which way down do I want to go?
Slightly darker undead.
Okay. One of them has bomb arrows.
Yep, one of them is doing an Ari. Only it's against me now, so I don't like it so much.
It just nuked his buddy. Do they have friendly fire on?
No, that was me hitting it. Oh, these fuckers.
God.
Please stop killing Santa.
He hit you twice and there goes most of your health. These guys hurt.
Yep, they do. You have to be careful. Oh, you fucker.
Conversely, there is a White Witch Warlock patron.
She could use the Raven.
I am going to say, like, because the patron is going to be like a thing I have to roleplay as an NPC. I am going to say your starting patron is going to be Santa through Aslan.
No, one of the two. Oh, gotcha. Which one do you prefer, TT?
Oh.
I mean, Santa's gonna be the funniest one to do as a voice. I feel like Aslan is the one that makes the most sense.
Alright, let's go with one that makes most sense then.
It's always like when you rebel against Aslan, you whip out your blade of Santa.
Wait. God. This is so dumb. Oh, this is the most amazing thing ever, okay?
We call it Winter's Bane because it eats Santa.
Holy shit.
This is for the 1 year where I got nothing but coal, yet fucking prick Peter got everything. And what did I get? All I got was a fucking bottle of perfume.
Happy Freezer Day!
I'd much rather him as a patron. I don't know who this Frieza is, but he sounds agreeable.
Shit. Salty.
And then I think your
Susan.
patron will eventually change to something from Middle Earth, but I'm not sure which of the options I'm considering I want to go with yet.
You got time.
Either way, the options I think are all amazingly and hilarious.
Like, of all the powerful beings who could give you power, it's like Galadriel, fucking
Galadriel,
Witch King,
Sauron, Witch King, a dragon, a Balrog.
Possibly, yeah. Hell, Gandalf could if you felt like getting off his
Or
ass.
the Watcher of the Water if you want to use like the Great Old One, a Kraken patron.
Well, if you really want to go with something eldritch, you'd go with Ungoliant.
Yeah.
Or Ungoliant, yeah.
The monster who no one knows where the fuck it came from, including the gods.
What the hell is that thing? The Ungoliant?
Ungoliant is the mother of Shelob. She's a thing of darkness that came into the world that was not made by God or any of the Maiar. No one knows what the fuck she is.
She just takes the form of a giant spider.
She takes the form of something giant spider-like.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it's very much a like an It situation where it's like, you call it a spider because that's the closest your brain can come to fathoming its form.
Yep.
And she literally devours light and spins webs of shadow. And basically, no one knows what the fuck happened to her either. At one point she tried to eat Morgoth, and failed. And some say she consumed herself, but no one knows for sure. And all the monstrous spiders in Middle-earth are the result of her breeding with Middle-earth's normal spiders.
Yep.
So Shelob is more of a Wilbur Watley than just a big-ass spider.
Yeah, if you
Technically,
want Eldritch, you'd go with Ungoliant.
I guess technically she'd be on the level of a Maiar or something like that.
I mean, power level-wise, like, she's like beyond the likes of Gandalf and the Balrog. She's the equivalent of like what are the core set, like the
They just call
what's
them the gods.
Yeah, the gods, like, you know, I mean, they're really more akin to archangels, like,
Yep.
than like God with a capital G.
There's only one god with a capital G, and that's Iluvian.
Yeah, but they're the, you know, there's the core set of, you know, roughly equivalent of archangels, the choir who God, you know, gave the sheet music of the universe to and said, hey, sing this for a bit, and they did, and that put the universe into shape.
Yep.
Which includes Melkor / Morgoth, who is the rough equivalent of Satan. And then you have, like, the lesser, you know, angels, which include the likes of Sauron and Gandalf and the Balrogs and the other wizards.
The pantheon of Middle-earth is sort of interesting, but it's in the
Yeah.
Silmarillion, most of it, so it's also incomprehensible.
Yeah, because reading the Silmarillion is really like reading, like, the source material for a medieval myth, where the language barrier and the incomplete nature of the narrative makes it very hard to parse.
Yep. Especially the incomplete narrative.
Well, it's like,
That was just...
it's something where you gotta take notes while you're reading to make sense of it.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it was just slapdash together by Christopher after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
He's not his dad as a writer, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah.
No. He didn't really write anything new for it either, he just kind of compiled it.
Yeah, but
Made it make as much sense as he could.
Yep. It just wasn't finished enough for him to make that much sense out of anything. That's also why we don't have a concrete origin for dragons because I don't think that Tolkien got around to that. He just didn't get around to writing that because he thought he had time.
Yeah.
The dude liked to take his time with things. I mean, he had, what, 15 made-up languages?
Which, I mean, you know, fair. Like, the process takes however long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame he couldn't live to do all of it, but I mean, the same thing's true of Chaucer. We only have a fraction of what the Canterbury Tales was supposed to be.
Yep. It's just back then you were much more likely to just die suddenly of something that could be cured easily now. It's just
Unless your parents are anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. And then you just die.
Anyway, The Hobbit.
Vaccinate your kids, dick shits!
Bilbo Baggins says, vaccinate your fucking kids.
May I not die of smallpox?
Now, when adapting The Hobbit, I know that J.R. Tolkien didn't write an anti-vax message, but I felt it was important to convey. And the fact that Jenny McCarthy gave me $5,000 has nothing to do with that.
Oh, there's a new one. A new celebrity went out for...
Jessica Biel recently.
Yeah, Jessica Biel.
Recently denounced herself as a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jessica Biel, and I'm a dumb piece of shit.
It's like, wow, now I know better than to think you're worth things.
I mean, to be fair, did anyone think of Jessica Biel in the last 5 years anyway?
No.
3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
I haven't thought of Jessica Biel since I was a teenager watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Oh, so there you go. See, you actually have to put these in the correct order. If you don't, it just kind of rejects you. Put the fucking urn in the goddamn slots! Jesus.
Ah, nothing like that. Early Resident Evil puzzle solving.
fucking Spencer designed the fucking Mirkwood Forest.
Who disturbs
So here's a White Lord.
rest?
I don't know where the fuck this came from, but I don't like him.
Okay.
Mr.
Well,
White Lord, you're
this is-
missing your hood.
This is the part of The Hobbit where you fight the tyrant.
Yeah, basically.
You gotta
Mr.
wait
White
until
Lord,
Rebecca Chambers drops you a fucking bazooka.
Mr. White Lord, are you out of crosses to burn?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
Just kind of shuffles after me. Okay, there's a Water of Vigor. Heals you to full and gives you those purple things, which are extra hits. So,
Temporary HP, essentially.
temporary HP.
Or an overshield for you young shits.
Also, I'm doing this a little bit wrong. You're supposed to leave one of those little dudes. Otherwise, they just keep spawning.
Ah.
The plus side, once you take this guy down, you get a piece of the Juggernaut plate mail, which, like, is easily the best plate mail armor set in the entire game. Like, I mean, yet some people are like, you know, you get the Dragon Bone plate later, but it's like, no, you just need a Juggernaut plate. That thing's the shit. And it looks cool. And, like, when you're fighting the Archdemon in that shit, it is rad. That's an obscure Dragon Age Origins reference for the audience. There you go, fam.
I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate that. All 2 people that watch this.
Damn straight.
So this is one of those bullshit bosses where if you, I think if you kill the boss and don't kill the little dudes, you have to kill the little dudes afterwards anyway.
That is horseshit.
Pisses me off. It's like, I just killed this guy. Can you just die, please?
Is there a smog boss fight in this game?
There is not a smog boss fight, there is a smog level, though, and we will get to it. There's several smog levels actually.
Yeah, you have to play the Barry White music and seduce him. It really helps if you rolled Bilbo as a bard, because then you have the roll to seduce option, which is of course part of the rule system of every RPG.
As long as you're a bard, yeah. Oh god damn it. The salt. I can hear it in your voice. See, look at that. You can do everything correctly and the time will just run out on you and you fail anyway. I hate this minigame.
This boot belongs to all.
How the fuck do you know?
Some of it doesn't even seem like it allows you to control the timing. Like that one at the circles, it looks like you're not allowed to move the circles. You have to wait until it moves through the right circle. That's bullshit.
Yep, you have to wait until it's in the correct area. And sometimes it just doesn't go fast enough for you to do it in the time limit that you're given. Which is bullshit. The entire thing is bullshit. Yeah, you don't control the timing on that. You get to watch it go around in a circle and hopefully hit it in the correct area. Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, we're just bumblefucking around in the spider den now because this is a good place to be. Okay, just explode yourself, Bilbo. You can do that. I'm clearly hitting it on the green, so I just use the goddamn key, because I'm over it.
Yes, they give you keys.
I have to buy the keys between levels, so I only get 9 at a time, and there's always a lot more than 9 treasure chests. It's not good. Get away from me. The giant big spiders are not a problem, it's the tiny little green ones that
On the plus
wreck your
side,
shit.
you're getting a lot of rupees for this.
I am. It's too bad I can't buy anything with them.
Mechanically speaking, what would the one ring be a patron of? Like, would it be the Devil Patron, Hexblade?
Like he's gonna tell you.
I feel like
I'm talking mechanically speaking.
I
not
feel like mechanically, if you are communing with the One Ring, you are communing with Sauron. Sauron is essentially the equivalent of a fallen angel,
So
and
Devil
he is
Patron,
lawful evil, so he would be like a lawful evil devil.
then. Yeah, so Devil then. Gotcha. Ungoliant. I'm just trying to piece
If
together.
your patron was Ungoliant, that would be
Great Old One or Kraken, I think.
yeah, that'd be an Eldritch Abomination. Morgoth would be a demon. He'd be a chaotic evil devil. A chaotic evil equivalent of the devil. Gandalf would be whatever the fuck they call the chaotic good celestials.
I'm pretty sure that just falls under Seeker, because in 5e there's Celestial Devil, Old One, Kraken, Raven Queen, who's just an arch. There's also Archfey.
I feel like if your patron was Galadriel, that'd be the equivalent of an Archfey. I mean, she is called an Elf Witch.
That's fair.
God damn it, Raven, you fell asleep again.
Nope.
Yes, you were snoring.
I am right here.
Are you sure?
Something was snoring. I don't know if it was in game or not.
No, it was not. It was on Discord. Pretty sure it was rats.
I'm pretty sure it was Raven.
It was a quiet snore, so I wasn't sure if it was Ray.
Not a dingy, crawly snore full of smells and oozy sounds.
It doesn't work quite as well when you're talking about a noise.
Because honestly, I think my character wouldn't care what new picture she gets as long as it's not bullshit lion or bullshit Santa.
Your character is awfully salty about being given superpowers.
She's salty because her normal everyday British life suddenly Nazis bombing London.
Isn't bitching about living a wish fulfillment fantasy adventure kind of like part and parcel of being a shitty isekai protagonist?
It is.
I mean, fair. Also, the fact that she's in Narnia.
I get to go into a fantasy land where I kick ass and have love interests and beloved by everyone. Oh, my life's hard.
Thing is, I don't think my character will be beloved by anyone. She gets the shitty Narnia thing, where everything's being sexist and patronizing to her. And awfully shitty to her about being a materialistic girl or some shit, because she's a Susan. Wouldn't you be salty about that shit?
I would be salty if I had to be in Narnia and couldn't fuck the White Witch.
Also, she's gonna for initial time in the New World is getting Todd Howarded. So,
hey Jadis, I don't want the Turkish delights. I want some Turkish delights. If you catch my drift.
Roll a charisma check.
I roll to seduce the White Witch.
Oh, fuck.
Barley and Belt. They've got to be close.
Good work. You don't know what her kinks are.
Okay, and I'll let you do this,
Obviously,
but
I've got a petrification kink.
okay. Roll a Constitution save. Roll a Constitution save. Oh, you failed? Okay, you now have a 10 feet impediment to your movement speed, and you now walk funny.
Look, we all have ways we want to go out. If I die trying to seduce an evil witch, I feel that's an okay way to go.
Oh no, you don't die, you get pegged. That's what the content was for. The content was how your ass can take it.
Where is this conversation going?
We don't know.
It's going exactly where the Hobbit intended it to go. You see, Peter Jackson.
Damn it.
You see, when I set out to adapt The Hobbit, I thought, what is the true meaning of the story? And obviously, it's a long, rambling conversation about having sex with the White Witch from Narnia, so I made sure to include that in there because I think it honestly respects Tolkien's vision.
God damn it. Every time you say the phrase respects Tolkien's vision in Peter Jackson voice, I just get an internal hemorrhage somewhere in my body. I don't know where it is, but I'm sure it'll catch up to me someday. You have popped 15 blood vessels today, TT.
Ren slowly.
Yes.
Just a little bit. God. Also, this is, too many spiders. The area, if you haven't noticed.
Too many spiders?
To be fair, I am kind of breaking into their home to steal 13 dwarves from them. I don't know why I want my friends back, but I guess I do.
Friends is a strong word.
Employers.
Yes. Also, I'm ignoring the fuck out of that blue chest over there, because no. I don't need whatever's in it. I don't care.
Man, that fishing pole's kinda OP.
The walking stick's pretty good, yeah. It, like, the area of effect is bigger than stings, and it usually kills the little spiders in one hit, which is what I want it to do. I want the little spiders to go away. Stop touching me.
Yeah, I think there is, nothing more frustrating and less satisfying than having a swarm of tiny enemies who are hard to take out with your normal weapon. But like you can take out one, you know, with one stroke, but there's so fucking many of them. Like, it's not satisfying to wipe them all out.
It's not.
But like, also there's no way to do it easily. So like, my point is, I wish I had that fucking walking stick in Dragon Age Origin. Spend a whole solid fucking minute fighting 20 deep stalkers, none of which do like significant damage, but it just takes so fucking long to wipe them all out. God fucking damn it.
These fucking plants.
To be fair, this is the moment in the story of The Hobbit where Bilbo kind of becomes the hero, so it makes sense to give this level some weight.
It does.
Just like it wouldn't make sense to say, have this part of the story mean fucking nothing in your adaptation.
Yeah.
Captain.
It's almost like he did one thing right with making him clever with the trolls, and then he just fucked the rest of it up. It's just like, oh, we gave him one moment. That's enough, right? I mean, the most important moments that he ever has, those are fine to cut out.
Yeah. To just make useless and pointless and take too long, but at the same time say nothing.
God damn it. Oh, these movies just give me an ulcer.
Yeah, they're bad.
Also, I'm unsure what's funnier. Her waking up being Ashley Williams in Army of Darkness, or getting Todd Howard in Skyrim.
That's a good question. I'm safe
Or,
scumming, I don't care.
Or getting trolled, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's the funniest bullshit to start her off with.
I guess I do go for this chest. I don't know why, because I don't think there's anything in here that I need, and it explodes. I think at this point I'm just being stubborn and stupid. Explode in my face. Refreshing explosions.
That just makes you beg the question, who's putting all these chests out there? Why are they rigging the chests with loads of gunpowder?
Larry, the asshole race.
Multiple loads of gunpowder so they can explode not once but several times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me, Larry, the asshole race.
He just comes back and restocks the explosives the instant you fail the minigame the first time. That's why you have to do a different minigame every single time you go back into the lock.
Oh, Larry loves his minigames. Don't you like Larry's minigames too?
Okay, I'm pointing out that I don't give a fuck about that golden chest back there, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I was standing there yelling at it, telling it it could eat a dick. Snoring! Just little snorts here and there. It's like he's asleep but trying to stealth it.
Sleepy Ray, having a nap, getting some Z, recovering stamina. A very tired corvid sitting on the sky.
Wow, TT
I
singing
don't
is
cut those
making
dwarves
me
down.
want to go
The
to sleep.
spiders will eat them for sure.
Jesus.
I do have a soothing voice.
You have some lovely dulcet tones.
Some creature trying to steal our food.
Hey guys, it's me, the other spider. I was just wondering who TiVoed the White Queen. I'm sick of these British dramedies.
What? What?
That's what the spiders have going on in their social lives. Can't all be about eating dwarves.
Okay. You say so. think they can be all about eating dwarves if they feel like it. They're giant spiders.
Yeah, but maybe they have like fights over who's using Vetivo correctly.
Also, I'm saving my friends. I'm saving them, right? That's how you save them. You drop them from 50 feet in the air. And hope they don't break their necks.
I still say friend is a strong word.
Apparently, with the way he's cutting them down, it is a strong word.
They're my employers, so I'll make a token effort.
I guess I better try.
The dwarves are fine.
He lives.
I've lived for a while, I just didn't care to talk.
You were snoring. And we even called you out and you didn't say nothing.
Oh,
Ugh.
but I know, and I decided to continue not saying nothing.
Sleep, shut up.
No. I haven't been sleeping for a bit.
So just stubborn
For a
now.
bit, as in he implies he's sleeping earlier.
No.
I mean, we were all sleeping earlier at one point or another.
No.
Except after that, so that's why she sounds so angry.
I'm always angry.
Confirmed hope.
Well, if we can go to the spiders to have a piece of zip line webbing.
Yep. Well, they like to have fun too. Also, there's the red fuckers. Those guys can go die. Go away, please.
What do they do?
They poison you and they take more hits than the little green ones.
And they run.
And they're fast as shit.
I see.
I don't like them.
I like that it doesn't just try to bite you, it also tries to, like, whap you with its arms.
Just tries to bitch slap me, yeah.
It's a rock'em sock'em spider.
These spiders give no shits.
Ah! Ah!
Thank you for accurately displaying exactly what would happen if I'd cut them down from that height.
The dwarves are fine.
Their tops are made out of rubber, their bottoms are made out of springs.
Holy shit. Also, I don't know how I did get hurt there, but I will take it. Because I couldn't see what I was doing.
The spiders were so surprised by you fucking dropping down on them that they didn't have time to bite.
They're just looking at me going, holy shit!
How funny would it be if you cut down one sack of dwarves and when it spills open, the dwarves don't stand up because they've already been drained of their fluids.
They just flop out this sad beef jerky.
The digestive enzymes have already liquefied their insides, so they're just like these hollow shells.
Like an
Oh
like
shit!
a freak.
Sorry, Feely and Keely.
Too bad. You're gonna die anyway, it's fine.
Nobody knew who you were.
Bomber's like, yeah, they're liquefying me too, but it hasn't worked all the way yet. I guess there's a lot of fat for it to get done with. On the plus side, I can skip that liposuction.
He walks out and he's fucking ripped because all the fat's gone.
Oh my god.
Fat guys do have a surprising amount of muscle.
Bomber was probably the strongest dwarf in the
I mean, you
entire
gotta lift
party.
all that fat.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it works.
I really appreciate you screaming with that. Because they should be screaming like that. They shouldn't just be going, ugh.
That's the last one, I promise.
Well, it is the last one. I think that's the last bundle of dwarf. I really appreciate that the game doesn't let me see what I'm doing when I slide down those. Yep.
Bean steals our lunch.
So the big boss spiders are pissed off that I stole their snacks.
Wild, Wraith, and Wicked.
Yes. They were very, very, very imaginative. You only fight them one at a time though, so that's fine. Also, all of these spiders All of these spiders.
Jesus.
All at once. Fuck it.
That walking stick! It hurts so hard when you whap us!
Yes, I'll call it Whapper.
Hit us harder.
Arachnolapper.
Ow!
It's
Spank me,
Arachnolapper.
Daddy.
Don't
Friends,
spank
no!
me, Daddy. Don't spank me, Daddy. There's
As a spider, I'm used to being the dom. I've wanted to be the sub for so long.
no.
Yes, hit my abdomen.
Ow! Oh my god! I don't know why Christine arrested me.
Oh,
Tap
no.
us, Bilbo!
No! Run, Bilbo, run!
The fuck was that news?
Tap us, you little twink!
You guys were lamenting that saying anything earlier. Now you're forgetting he is.
I am! Like two extremes.
Oh, slap me, Bilbo. Slap me.
Tweak my spinneret.
No, we're done. Done.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Something broke inside my brain.
I couldn't even hear what the fuck you said.
I said it doesn't bother me when anyone else does the voices, but when you do it, my brain just immediately screams.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
I know, we
No,
know you're not. We
no.
know.
Ugh.
We hate it, Precious.
We hate it, Fred. Oh, we hate it, Fred.
Someone strap on my gimp mask. I lack the manual dexterity.
Everyone assumes spiders are dogs because of webbing, but in reality, we're all subs and super horny on names.
God damn it. Why do I invite you people to do anything?
Who started this?
I started
Fair,
this.
Shelob is described as having horns, so you could say Shelob was horny.
Wait, what? Really? She had horns?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a horned spider.
Huh.
And Peter Jackson's concept artist tried really hard to make that come through, and then ultimately they decided, fuck it, let's not do that.
Because yeah, I can kind of understand putting a spider.
Horns on a spider is a little weird.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it makes for like a real fantastical spider design, because I've drawn a couple of horned Shelobs, and it's like, you know what? That does immediately read as like a fantasy spider monster as opposed to just a big ass spider.
It's also the problem is with like, especially with the Japanese.
Nasty, a life for a life. She will be avenged.
The what?
Especially the Japanese fantasy monsters, they put horns in anything. Like literally a horn on
Yeah,
anything.
the ox spider.
I was thinking more of the horned rabbit, or the horned wolf, or the horned bear. Literally,
There is
the
literally an
horned
ox.
spider. I know.
Yeah,
there's-
Ushioni.
They literally just stick a unicorn horn on anything and they call it a day.
Yep.
Oh, you stop it! Ah, shit!
Should have left these fire rocks in your cave.
You killed both my sisters.
Thank you. Now the inheritance goes to me.
Goodbye, small thief.
Would you like a nice cup of brandy as a reward? Holy fuck, I'm huge!
She's pretty big.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! The other one was like slightly bigger, but I'm a big ass bitch, damn!
Gonna need both hands to grab
Ah,
my
it's a
axe.
shame I can't climb a platform with all these fucking legs.
It's a shame I'm not like a spider or something that can climb things.
Yes, use the cold on me.
Oh.
Freeze my nipple.
Hilariously, the guy who's into that thing is not making any jokes about this.
Yeah, Kay, what the fuck is with the sex joke?
Fuck. That one little bastard finally fucking hit me.
Yes. Yank my fang, milk me harder.
No! Ah! That is foul.
I'm gonna squirt some anti-venom for you.
That's consensual goodness, and you should know better.
That's foul.
It's consensual goodness.
Bilbo, climb the ledge. Thank you. Fucking asshole.
Why don't we have penny palps?
Imitations?
Yeah, it's true.
They're the class of things we have to arm, so in order to be a sub, we have to tie them off.
I can't hold my babies.
Oh.
Oh,
Tenderly stroke them as they die, from you hitting them with a stick repeatedly.
And then eating their internals.
I mean, I have to get some new protein.
It's almost like my friend Armadillo Lady, who had a thing for having her children aborted right in front of her, then aborting the children inside her.
Jesus.
Who's
Yes.
the real giant spider monster here?
You?
Yes, Newt, there was a boss who you literally defeated by killing her children.
I know, like in The Hobbit.
Yep. And then after you've killed enough of them, she rips open.
You hit her in the stomach and abort whatever other children are inside.
Okay.
Yes, the cold is brisk.
Also, yeah, that was a bunch of bullshit that just happened right there. I got stuck inside of them. When they were frozen, and I couldn't get out.
So is Stacey just knocking off their exoskeleton?
I love how there's just silence when there's the perfect sex joke set up.
Yep. No, we're not taking the easy jokes.
We have to reach for the best ones.
Of course.
Ugh.
You know, a sex
you
joke
just have
should
to
be
read-
something that's foreshadowed and agreed upon ahead of time. It has to be a surprise.
Jesus.
Yeah, you have
Inside
to just
the
come up from behind and reach deep inside. Like really, just jam your fist right in there, trying to grab it.
Get right up in there.
Donkey punch.
Which is the best sexual position. Donkey punch.
And then, right when you feel like you grab their prostate, you twist.
Grab their prostate? I think there's gonna be something else happening if you grab their prostate. Like they're like they're going to like explode. Not in the good way either.
Oh,
I mean their insides just rupture.
Man, those two helper spiders are fucking resilient.
Yeah, they're pissing me off.
I feel like you've been whacking at them for fucking ages.
I almost feel like you're not even connecting them with them.
I'm not. If you freeze them, then you can't hit them. You have to hit them unfrozen with your sword and flip them over, and then hit their soft underbelly, or you can't hit them at all. I'm
Jesus.
doing this entire thing wrong
Okay.
because I'm stupid once again. This ledge.
Antidote potion acquired!
Thought it was dialogue.
No, antidote.
Yes,
In this fight, antidote potions just keep appearing.
the milking is complete.
Holy shit, you killed me!
Finally.
Finally, I can die!
This one is just a mercy killing.
Christ, we don't know what's coming, just make it happen.
No. Also, she's really tough. This one. You have to hit her with a freeze rock and then hit her like this, or she takes some damage, and you only get to hit her once.
Freeze rocks acquired!
It was just the best boss design ever.
Yeah,
of all time.
I love this boss. It's incredibly
you haven't
tedious.
you haven't seen a post-modern RPG.
Yeah,
That's the best.
you gotta look at some yick. Oh boy, You gotta look at some yick.
Look, just because this is worse boss design doesn't mean this isn't bad.
That's
Pretty
true.
bad, yeah.
But you still gotta look at some yick.
Don't want to look at Yick. Just the name tells me that I don't need to look at anything about it.
Well, the name is technically Y2K, but it's spelled Y-I-I-K, and it turns out Yick is a very, very appropriate name for the game, even if it's not the actual name.
Yick.
Ow, right in my freeze hole.
Freeze hole. Alright.
Yes, that part of spider anatomy where you freeze when you're hit with a rock.
That specific one. Finally!
Finally, god damn it.
Took you long enough.
That's it, you've beaten the Hobbit.
Oh, the webs are gone now.
Also, yeah, that was a load-bearing
I
boss.
can
All
catch
the
up
webs
with
in
the
the entire
dwarves.
level just disappear now, apparently.
Magical spider. That is
it
the
was
least.
It was important when adapting the Hobbit that we include the part where if you kill a spider, every web it's spun immediately disappears.
Okay, but
Because
this is
that's
going to
a
take Peter
token
Jackson
wrote
around
that, I
back
think.
and... This is going to take Peter Jackson out back behind the bar and put a bullet in him.
No, I'm way too fond of this joke. You're all gonna suffer, bitches.
Oh, I'm totally fine with it. Also, you remember what happens after Mirkwood? The dwarves are
The
useless.
Wood Elves returned
Hooray!
and captured the weary dwarves. But Bilbo popped on his ring just in time.
Guess what
The
I get
Wood
to
Elves
do this
took the
entire
dwarves
next
into
level?
the Elven King's hall.
Stealth mission.
Stealth mission!
Yeah.
It's
Alright, Kiki.
fantastic!
Now show them Yick.
I don't want to see Yick.